I want to speak with you all about something which affects all of us. And to remind you of one of the prime purposes of having the EMC, and that purpose is to defeat the impact of the circumstances around us. Yeah. So circumstances have been influencing us from the time we were born, perhaps even before we were born. And whatever we are surrounded by, the kind of thinking or the mindset that we are surrounded by, it has a tendency to influence us. Right? And that's one of those things is what I want to speak to you about. In fact, today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow is a series. So let me start by asking you a question. What is scarcity mindset? Let's get some answers to this. What do you think it is? Scarcity mindset. Yes, Balika.
Yeah, well, what I think scarcity of mindset is that one is that we don't think about that. We don't think about that direction at all. That's what I felt that of scarcity. Matlab, it's not my interest.
Let me ask you differently. What is scarcity?
कमियां हैं, जो shortages, shortfalls.
Right. So then, therefore, what would be the scarcity mindset?
One, what I think is that I don't think about that because I want to become that. I don't think.
You don't even think that there is what type?
Yeah.
Okay, good, great. Thank you very much. Yes, Tanmay.
Scarcity mindset is always feeling that something more is required. People are there to take away the opportunities for me, and it's a like a rat race kind of mentality where you keep wanting more and more.
Yeah, like there is not enough for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Raj?
I think not being content with what we have, and that imposes a kind of, it limits your freedom. You feel that I should not be doing this because if I lose this, then I'm going to be in.
Let's not go a step further. We are going to talk about the impact of that also, like you're mentioning. Thank you. But what is scarcity mindset? That's what you were telling in the beginning, correct? Can you repeat what you said in the beginning when you started?
Yes, I said not being content with what we have. Okay. Always looking for more.
That comes from the scarcity mindset.
Yes, not being content with what we have.
Yeah, but what is scarcity mindset? Yeah, let's see what Vetrivel has to say about it.
Sir, according to my understanding, scarcity mindset is the feeling of being poor.
Feeling of being poor, feeling that it is never enough. Very nice. Thank you very much. Yes, Neeti ji.
So in addition to what everybody has said, there is also, I feel, an approach where one feels there is only a limited scope and I am the only one who can take you down that scope, do the right thing for you, tell you what is to be done. So, okay. Or, handle the situation correctly. So it is that that small scope and I am the only one who can.
There is not enough and I'm the only one who can give you scarce resources.
Yes.
Very nice. You're going into day after tomorrow's topic. Okay, very nice. Thank you very much. Yes, Major sir.
It is nothing but a pattern of behavior which focuses only on what we lack. It may be time, resources, or even emotion. Whenever we think on what we lack, that is scarcity mindset.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Reddy Garu, good morning. Nice to see you.
Sir, good morning.
Morning.
I missed the question, sir. That's what I thought.
Question is, what is scarcity mentality?
Okay, sir. Thank you. I think everybody is talking about me only.
It's not surprising. Yes, Babu sir.
Morning, sir. So
Good
scarcity mindset is operating from a mode wherein everything we may have, we may not have, but there is a sense of feeling that it is less, and that's how we are not able to find out whether we are always in a mode wherein we feel that if from a limitation or there is a lack, and that mode leads us to many other things. It creates a limiting belief thereafter.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, everybody. So, scarcity mindset is a feeling that always having a feeling it's not enough. There is not enough. There's no time, there's no money. And because of that, we have this grabbing mentality, chhinne wala, If there isn't enough, there's this old story you might have heard about this chap, he's died. And God says, where do you want to go? You want to go to heaven or hell? So he says, sir, you show me a trailer. No, I want to see what is heaven like. And I'd like to see what hell like. Okay. So he says, all right, let me show you hell first. So they go there and they find there is a big, huge table and with the best of food all around and lots and lots and lots of food. But everybody's one hand is tied behind their back. And on the other hand, there is a spoon which is so long, about 4 feet long, that the spoon cannot reach their mouth. So that people are fighting each other, hitting each other and eating like dogs, It's a horrible scene. He says, oh, sir, I don't like this. Show me heaven, sir. So they go to heaven. There also there is this big table and lots of food over there. And the hands are tied. One hand is tied behind the back and there's a long spoon. But there people are peacefully eating. You know why? Because
Yes.
people are feeding each other.
Each other, yeah.
So in hell, there is scarcity mentality. And in heaven, they say there's enough, so let's feed each other, right? So today I want to speak about what is the price we pay? What is the cost of having a scarcity mentality? Yeah? Scarcity mentality meaning there is not enough to go around. So first of all, a lot of missed opportunities in life, I remember when the new Bitcoins came out, and I was getting these at a very low price, but my scarcity mentality made me very, very risk averse, So I said, nothing doing here. I don't have that much money. And 5,000 rupees was not a very big amount for me that time, but still. So I didn't take that opportunity. I remember a colleague of mine was always cribbing and complaining about, how he's not being recognized, and he was a PhD in his topic, and he was in the R&D department, assistant officer grade. All right. Every time you met him, he was complaining, what, these people don't recognize me. I said, then why don't you look for another job? He says, no, but if I look for another job, I might find it. I might get the job. I said, so what's the problem with that? The guy says, no, I've made a reputation here for myself. There I go. I'll have to start all over again. How do I know whether I'll succeed over there or not? Okay. So what was that he had? Scarcity mentality leading to a fear that I'm not that good, scarcity there about himself also. There is a mental toll also, no? We pay a price mentally. Suppose you are always worrying about lack, not enough money, not enough time, not enough love. Nobody loves me. They don't love me enough. There is so little money, I might run out of it. So I know a person who's sitting on 50 crore rupees and is 80 years old, still all the time worried about money might run out and my investment, interest is going down and my, returns are not coming. I'm thinking, how can you not be happy with so much money with you? You can have everything that money can buy, but you won't buy. So what does it do? It can cause stress, it can cause anxiety, even depression, A lot of studies have been done. It says that chronic stress can reduce. Good point to note. All those people who might tell you come and take a bar session, it will reduce your stress. Remember, stress can reduce your productivity up to 20%. It can increase your healthcare, the amount of money you spend because of stress, thousands on medical bills. Another thing, it causes this strained relationships, scarcity mentality. What happens is you want to hoard everything, or you become overly competitive. Jhappata mentality, snatching mentality. There isn't enough, so I have to put other people down in order to get what I want. So if you become overly competitive, what will happen? Your friends will be alienated, family and friends and colleagues will get angry, trust will be lost, you will lose social capital. So I was reading a very, very interesting study which showed that the cost of social capital is as much as 100,000 US dollars in terms of career networking and benefits over a lifetime. $100,000. Now, scarcity mentality can also make you have very, very poor decision making, no? Because it narrows your focus only to conserve and preserve. It makes you prioritize short-term gains, You know the difference between short-term gain and a long-term benefit, right? There's a university in the USA, I think Princeton, they did a study in the year 2013 that this scarcity thinking can reduce your IQ by 13 to 14 points. Making bad choices like taking high interest loans. Why? Because short-term gain you want, no? Instant gratification. And put you in debt also. One more area where we get affected, I think, is reduced creativity. Why? Because if you are afraid, you will not innovate, you will not try different things. Companies where they have scarcity-driven culture, it is said that 25% lower employee engagement and innovation happens. Now, this is data by a company called Gallup. Everybody knows that, those who worked in a company, which can result in personal losses, in promotion, or in business growth also. So obviously, it makes sense that we should shift to an abundance mindset. Easier said than done, no? Abundance mindset means believing that opportunities are plentiful. It requires a lot of conscious effort, like reframing our challenges and practicing gratitude and things like that. I think a good thing to remember, guys, is the real price of scarcity thinking is a life limited by fear, which can be measured in terms of lost income, in terms of lost health, and in terms of lost relationships too. Now, tomorrow, I will work more on this, and day after tomorrow also I'll be working on it. So, I realized many, many years ago that, I had it. Not surprising. Every time you hear somebody tell you, you know how much it costs to buy this pant which you're wearing? Money does not go on trees. blah, blah, blah. We'll not get into that. I want us to reflect a little bit, guys, that if you and I have this hoarding mentality or scarcity mentality or fear of losing what little we have, why would we have that fear? Because we think that we cannot get more. So hold on to what you have. Yeah. So if you reflect and see how much it is costing you now in your life, how much it has costed you earlier in your life. How much it is costing you, Babu, because of people's scarcity mindset. How much it may be costing you. अरे थोड़े दोस्त बच गए हैं, वो भी चले जाएंगे छोड़ के, उनसे बात मत करो. The moment I try to show opportunity to them, they run away like I'm trying to bite them. I have finished talking. Huh? Now you guys have to talk. You see examples also around you. Yes, sir, Babu.
No, Shiv Prasad, sir, please.
Yeah, ready, Garu?
Sir, we have been grown up like that, sir, with a scarcity mindset. Our parents taught us, and the environment was like that.
True, very true. All of us have experienced the same thing, correct?
Yes, sir. That's what I feel.
But my question is different. What is the price we have paid in our life? Huh? Now, can you imagine, Reddy Garu, with all whatever mindset you got, still you built a big industry, still you became chairman of CII.
Sir.
Now, if you did not have that scarcity mentality, where would you be?
Okay.
Maybe your company will be doing 4,000 crores instead of 40 crores.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you. Yes, Babu. And after that, Tanmay.
Sir, like the question was very specific. What have we all lost? And so many a times, most of the time, as Reddy sir said, we operate from a scarcity mentality, right? So I have experienced it in a relationship. I have experienced it in spending, and when I look back, I see that the situation was same, the money was same, but what changed was operating from a scarcity mentality. Like if, as you said, sometime, if you are going on a walk and if you do not have money in your pocket, so then if somebody asks money, then what is the status of ours? मतलब basically हम पैसे तो account में पड़े हैं, but if we are not spending it, and so there is no difference between us and a person who does not have money. So most of the time what happens, we have it, but that scarcity mentality does not allow us to even spend that money. So the scarcity continues actually. So that I have experienced a lot, and coming to EMC to great extent helped me to come out of that scarcity mentality. And nowadays, while spending or in relationships, it
did the money workshop also help you to do that?
Yeah, money workshop was a great tool, and the only key is consistency, sir. Consistency in continuing the tools, consistency in connecting with EMC, and consistency in connecting with people who do not operate from scarcity mentality.
Very good. Congratulations. Come to Hyderabad.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tanmay.
So the scarcity mindset is has resulted in a lot of lost opportunities where I've taken decisions out of a scarcity mindset and not taken opportunity, fearing that whatever I have with me, that also I might lose. So, and the bigger loss I feel is that this mindset is also impacting my kids when they grow up with like it has happened to us. The same mindset continues.
That's the difference between rich families and families like ours, right? Rich means like wealthy families.
Yeah.
Wealthy become more wealthy because they have got an abundance mindset. They take more risk. You cannot set up industry without. Now, you know what we do? Sometimes we will develop a, abundance mindset for a little while. Chalo, ye karke dekhte hai, So you pick up something and you start doing it, and your scarcity mentality takes over. No, people will not pay so much for this product. People are not really interested. I don't know anybody. How will I do? So that scarcity mentality comes in, not realizing we are in a country with a huge population, but there are not enough people. Yeah. So what happens that even the rational mind is telling us that enough is there. It is showing us also. But that subconscious mind, which is programmed for scarcity, there are not enough people. So this goes on in many, many ways. I can give you 1,000 examples. Yes, Narayanan sir.
So one anecdote I'd like to narrate. Long before the scarcity mindset came into the management parlance in 90s, when Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated, the one part of Delhi was given to me, and I had to take the Major General to show that area that everything is peaceful. So in my that is excitement to rush him through, I drove the vehicle towards that is via Mayur Bihar, a fledgling locality at the time, and I was driving through some poverty-ridden areas. General remarked, "Hey Major, you can't eradicate poverty, but you can always avoid poverty." So I do not understand. Sir, I said, "Sir, can you repeat?" "Hey, we can't eradicate poverty, but you can certainly avoid poverty, right? Why are you driving me through these areas?" Because he said, seeing is believing. Drive me through other posh areas wherein I'll have some good peace of mind. I'll be in a better frame of mind to go there and take care of the situation. So that's one that is example which has stood with me ever since then, sir. You start seeing only good things. Automatically, the other things, the suppose not so good things will vanish from our mind, sir. It's a perfect anecdote to relate. Now that
Definitely,
you said,
very nice. So now we are talking about how to develop that abundance mindset. We'll be working on that as well. Okay. So what I would like everyone to do is to do a little journaling today. Every time this scarcity kind of thinking comes up, make a note of it. And in how many situations it comes up. It's not only about money that the scarcity mentality is there. There are people I know, they have such abundance of knowledge and talent, but they don't believe it, they don't trust in that. They still believe that I have to have more knowledge, I have to be better than this, then only something can be done. It's interesting, what you have, you will not use, but you always want something better and perfect. Only when that happens, then only I will get into action. That also happens. You see people doing that also. So reflect on it, make notes. Yeah, and also start observing people's behavior, which you can very clearly see that is coming from scarcity mentality. Let us become conscious of it. And let us become conscious of the cost that we are paying in life. There's a real measurable cost we are paying. Reduction in IQ, reduction in potential income, reduction in growth that is possible for you and your organization. So that's your assignment for the day. And where are our shires? Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for another level of work on scarcity thinking. Okay.